As I say, I wanted to provide an update today in relation to Operation Sovereign Borders. I want to report for the first time today that in the month of March we had a vessel on water that was returned, and we returned 25 people of Sri Lankan nationality back to Sri Lanka, and that marks the 30th boat turn back in relation to Operation Sovereign Borders, which means that about 765 people on 30 boats have now been returned. And this demonstrates to all of us that this threat of boat arrivals hasn't gone away. People smugglers' messages clearly are still being heard, and we need to continue to work with all of our partners throughout the region to make sure that we stare down this threat, to make sure that we disrupt ventures before they get onto water. And where they do get onto water, we should be in a position to deal with them as quickly as possible. As we've said, we remain absolutely resolute that we won't see new vessels arrive, and we have worked with a number of partners, and I'm very grateful for the work that they've done in relation to this vessel.
I'd just like to start by just reiterating what the Minister said in terms of the ongoing success of Operation Sovereign Borders. Certainly we've been very successful, and for some time now, in making sure that no boats have arrived in Australia illegally. But not only that, we've also had an impact on reducing the number of attempts, which is really good news. Now, while most people would be aware of the people, the men and women in the Australian agencies, all 16 of them, that contribute to Operation Sovereign Borders, people might not be aware of the work that is also done regionally by our partners, who have a shared interest in undermining the threat posed by the people smugglers. So it's only in the last month or so, for example, that Indonesia has had some great success in disrupting people smugglers themselves. They've made a number of arrests and a number of convictions, which is great news for all countries of the region. The problem is that there remain those, as the Minister indicated, that will try to test our resolve and our capability. But we are ready. The Australian Government is able to call upon an unprecedented capability in terms of its maritime response and surveillance capabilities, both at sea and in the air. And we will intend, or we do intend, to keep using them to ensure that our borders remain safe, that the people smugglers are put out of business, and importantly, we lose no more lives at sea.